Hi there, I'm James Budge and this is my wife Anne Budge and we're from Knockglass Farm. We're based in Watton, Caithness, so it's sort of the Mibster end of Watton. We run a flock of pedigree Dutch spotted sheep. The farm is roughly just less than 30 acres and as you can see there's a few strips of woodland in amongst it, but it's predominantly grazing and occasional, let's say we do a small section of hay out of it as well.
We also have just over 20 beehives. About 10 of them are here, and then we have 2 other apiaries on my family's farm and my parents' as well. We also have a few ponies that are pets and hobbies, but we also have a sand school as well that we hire out to the local equestrians to come and hire.
We first saw the farm back in 2015. I had a property in Thurso that I lived in the local town, and we were looking at kind of moving out to the country and trying to make a lifestyle out there, so it was a change. So back 2015 we saw this property come up, so we decided to go for it, and we were lucky enough to get it, and it kind of started the whole adventure of the business of Knockglass Farm starting up.
We've approximately 30 breeding Dutch spotted females. We mainly sell as when they are lambs. We've sold all over the UK from Orkney down to Wales. A lot of the sales, because it's quite a new breed, a lot of the sales are further down south, but we've been really happy this last couple of years how the local farmers are taking a wee interest in the breed as well.
We've been trying to use the market, should I say, and use the Dutch spotted top as like a terminal sire to the commercial market, because there's like great opportunity with them there. So that's what we've been trying to do as a business. So we're getting A, the females for the breeding, and B, for the top as the commercial sire.
I was born and brought up on a farm just a few miles from here. My mum and dad had sheep and cattle, and when we were younger there was goats involved as well. My dad had the bees as well, so sort of second generation there. And just like any farming family, everybody had to get involved, but a lot of it was standing in gateways and helping at lambing and things like that. So it's definitely in the blood for myself.
Yeah, and for myself, I'm the typical townie. I have basically, my grandfather was a shepherd in the county here many years ago, so I kind of was always, when I was young, I kind of was always out in the country. Any opportunity I could get, I was kind of outdoors, so I like to spend as much time as I can outdoors. So this kind of was a bit of a transition, but a lot of learning involved when we came over to the farm here. Support-wise that we've had from the time since we started, financially, we've been lucky enough to be part of the new entrants and the young farmers schemes, but at times we've been trying to apply for some of the other schemes, but because of the size of the farm we've been ineligible to apply for them. But however, in the last sort of 5 years we've been part of the agricultural environmental scheme. So that's actually really has benefited the farm quite a lot, from the fact of A, being better diversity and the wildlife diversity, and providing all the nature corridors you see. We basically got a lot of, we inputted over just shy of 6,000 hedging plants around the property just to try and create a bit of separation as well, which then allowed us to be able to apply for NV accreditation, because it gave us that separation barrier from the neighbouring stock and the neighbouring fields as well. Challenges, quite a lot. I wouldn't say it's at times it hasn't been easy. At times it's obviously been good times as well. From our initial challenges, when we actually bought this property, it had been rented out for a number of years previously, and it had been split up quite a bit. So there hadn't really been an awful lot of maintenance and stuff being done with the property. There'd been lots of mysterious hills appearing and things like that. So it took a lot of work where we've been trying to clean back the ground so we can turn it into reasonable grazing, and it's still very, very much a work in progress. From a financial aspect as well, it's really was getting kind of chucked in at the deep end and trying to figure out what was available to help us be able to turn this into a farm that we could kind of work. So it took a lot of late nights of computer reading and book reading, trying to speak to neighbouring farmers and get advice from them as well. We were lucky enough that we applied for the mentoring scheme, and we really were lucky to get a mentor. It took a little bit of figuring out. We struggled to get a mentor in this location, and then when we did get one, unfortunately we wasn't available to work with us. So we actually went and sought our own mentor at the time, and it was turned out to be one of our neighbours just down the road here, and he has been absolute no end of help and advice to us, really. It has been worth it, and it's kind of helped develop that lifelong friend relationship as well.
When we first started out, we had we didn't start straight off with the Dutch spotted. We had we had Cheviets, we had Cheviot crosses, there was Texel crosses, there was a multitude of breeds, and we quickly realised, for the amount of ground that we had and our overheads from insurance and things like that, that unfortunately it wasn't feasible. So we quickly realised that we needed to go down the pedigree route, and we had a look at lots of different breeds, and we settled on the Dutch spotted. So we're really happy with them, and we've had lots of success with them as well.
Future plans, obviously continue to work hard on this place and try and get it turned around. As I say, there was many bits of areas here that just was kind of left rough ground, and it's taken a lot of effort to turn it back. So the main focus is try and restore the ground back to a good condition for consistent grazing with the animals, and obviously just to build on our flock, build on the farm name, and be able to get the benefits of what we are producing out to others, and so that they can see the benefits of it as well. Advice we would give on it is obviously take time, and also for me it was very much look at your ground that you have to start with, see what condition it is, make the most of the technologies available to you, get soil sampling done. It will benefit you in the long run. And work on improving your ground conditions before you introduce your livestock on it. It's definitely something that, if I could turn back the clock, I would have done a lot more before I started, but hindsight's always good. From that point of view, I would also say make the most of people you know, and get to know your local farmers, get to know people within the industry, because a 5-minute conversation and advice that they can give you in that 5 minutes is absolutely invaluable, and you'll learn lots of tips, tricks and skills along the way.